Hi guys, WesPy back with another video, and we're going to be continuing our Django site. So you'll see here I have a little bit of text that it's displaying on the screen, and that's going to be our goal here. Like we want to be able to not just have a simple little Django site like that just displays the typical rocket ship. Instead, we want our own site, like one where we can put our own HTML code. And you'll see here, I have this little HTML, file, and we could just do home.html, write this and all that, but we couldn't actually send that to a website, or someone could not actually get that data. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to make a website. And so first we are going to start a new project, okay? So let's do that right away. Okay, so we're gonna call this one that I'm in is called site 1. So this is gonna be site 2. Okay, this is gonna be the actual site we're gonna be in. And yeah, okay, so let's see, site, okay. And so that's going to be our virtual environment, and this is all right in PyCharm. This is actually a way you can do this. I showed you the more standard way to do this before through the terminal and such, but I mean, if we're going to do this the easy way per se, then we can do it this way as well. All right, so now let's close this thing out, and let's close this out. Okay, and let's open this up. And so now we're actually in our site. Now what we need to do is, first and foremost, we don't have any dependencies installed, so let's go ahead and pop into our terminal, or I guess in this case our CMD, and we're going to check pip freeze, because we're going to see if we have any packages installed, just like before how I showed you how to use virtual environments. It returns nothing, so we need to go ahead and install Django. Okay, so we're going to get everything installed, and then we can actually get to work on this thing. Okay, so you're going to notice here that we have our top level file, or our top level directory, and then right here we have our virtual environment enclosed in that. That's exactly how I showed you how to do this in the virtual environment video. And so you need to make sure that your site is designed like this, or else your life is going to be super difficult for no good reason. Okay, and I really don't want your life to be difficult. I want your website to be easy to host, easy to understand, easy to follow along with. So that's why we do this way. So we're gonna wait, and this should be almost done. There we are. Okay, and now we're gonna go here, and we're gonna check which directory we're in. Okay, and then we're gonna do pip freeze, and we're gonna do requirements dot text. Okay, right out of the gate, we're gonna get that thing done. Okay, now we're gonna cd into site. We're gonna change directories into site, and now we're gonna use Django -admin, and it's going to be start project, and it's going to be site project. All right, and so we're going to run that, and then we're going to change directories. And remember, our end goal here is to actually get a working website, like our own website. We want our own HTML there, not someone else's HTML. Okay, so we're going to change directories and do site project. Okay, and so now we're going to do Python, and just in case you're wondering where I'm getting this from, I've shown you all this already. It's Python manage.py run server. Okay, and so we get our little Django site. Okay, and we get this. Okay, which is not what we want. Okay, we want something better than this. We want our own site. We want our own web page. We want our own home page. Okay, so right here, this is this is not what we want, and we're going to go after what we want here. So to get this done, what we need to do first is go ahead and close out of this server. Okay, so let's do that if it'll let me. If not, it's okay. We'll go somewhere else and do something else in the meantime. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into our site project. If this thing wants to cancel, yes it does. All right, so as you know, we have our database, we have our manage.py. So what we're going to do is we're going to focus on our urls.py. Okay, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be defining the way that people actually access our website. So one of the first things you have to realize is that when somebody comes to our Django website, the first thing it's going to see and the entry point of our website is urls.py. Okay, so we need to make it possible for our website to actually serve the information that people want from our website. Okay, so the first thing that we can do is we can go ahead and define a new path. Okay, and what defining a new path does is that essentially it allows us to tell Django that this is where you go if this is what somebody requests. So we're going to use the path function. Okay, and what we're going to do is put in an empty string. Okay, now once we put in that empty string, what it's saying is once you get the home page, once you go to like www.google.com and it'll show you just the home page, that's what an empty string is. Okay, and so what we need to do is we need to tell this empty string what to go to, what to grab. So we're going to go to views.home. Okay, now we don't have this home function defined yet. Okay, and we don't have a views.py. So what we need to do is we need to create a new file called a views.py. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing, and it's going to be called views. Okay, right here. Okay, so right here, and now we have views. Now in order to define this, what we need to do is we need to pass a request, because when we are using a website, essentially what happens is we're requesting HTTP responses. Okay, so we're going to do def home. Okay, so we're doing views.home. Okay, we're passing that request so that way somebody can actually request the data that we want, and then we're going to return. And now the question is, what do we want to return? Well, for now, what we want to return is just some information. Okay, we want to return something so that way that we actually have some output. Okay, so that's going to be our first thing. So what we need to do is we need to actually use a package from Django. So from Django.http import HTTP response. Okay, now what we're going to return is HTTP response, and it's going to be a string. Hey, this is my cool site. Okay, and so with that, we go ahead and we save our views.py, we save our URLs. Okay, and then we come back down to our terminal, or our command prompt in this case, and we do again Python manage.py run server. Okay, and then what we're actually going to get, we have to import our views. Okay, so that's one of the things you got to make sure you have your imports done, right? So what we need to do is from dot, so we're saying from this location import, and what we're going to be importing is views.py, so views. Okay, and that's it. So now you see the connection, boom, boom, there it is. Let's go ahead and reload this, and let's run our server. Okay, and that way we'll actually get our website, and then we can open it up, and you will see that we actually have some information. Hey, this is a cool site, right? And that's awesome, right? So essentially what we've done, and I believe we could do this. Let me try this out. I'm not sure 100%. I think we could do this if we wanted to. I wouldn't recommend doing this. And in the next video, we'll be talking about how to do this more effectively, how we can actually design a website, or not fully design it, but more actually get something that's going to be a little bit nicer looking, a little bit more effective. But there you see, we actually applied a HTML an HTML tag to this, and now we can actually, we can design this. So in the next video, what we're going to be doing though is we're going to be covering templates and how we can actually style out our website a little bit better than this, So until the next episode, make sure you subscribe. Tell me if you liked it. Tell me what you need to know, or if there's something else I can help you with. And until next time, happy coding, and I'll see you later.